I'm here today with my clients, Emma and Clay Phillips. Thanks for joining me here today and telling our story. When we were meeting just recently, I was trying to remember where we first met. And you all told me that story. So why don't you share it with us today?
So we were kind of in the market for a new home, and we passed a house that you were selling and said, we ought to go check that place out. And at the time we didn't have a realtor, and so we just called you directly and said, can we come take a look? We scheduled it and came. The house wasn't what we were looking for, but when we left, I looked at Emma, she looked at me, she goes, he's our new realtor.
I love stories like that.
You were really easy to talk to. You were very friendly. It was obvious you were passionate about what you do.
Knowledgeable.
Knowledgeable. And we just got a really good feeling about you, so we called you up and said, we're not interested in that home, but could you show us some others?
And you all didn't have your house on the market at the time.
Mostly because we had never sold a house before. So while we owned 3 houses at the time, we had never sold a house, and you walked us through that process. And the reason we had never sold a house is because we were nervous about selling a house and didn't really know how that whole process was going to work, but you made the whole thing really easy, which was incredible.
You went under contract, I think, pretty quickly on.
We did. It only took a couple of weeks before we went under contract, and we had multiple offers, which was great.
It was a very smooth process. It felt very easy. We felt very comfortable about the entire process.
Let's face it, that house had some pretty impressive issues or things that sort of stood in the way to making it appealing.
Yep.
There was an entire room that was covered with this grass cloth.
I'll never forget it.
It was so gross.
And then you helped me have my first experience with helping you all buy something at auction. Yes. Right? I had never done that before.
I had never done that before either. And Clay was actually gone. He was on a golf trip. So I had Terry next to me and you on the phone, and managed to purchase the house right next door to my mother, which was great.
We joke around often. I say, I bet when Terry sees our number come up on the phone, he groans or sighs or has to at least take a deep breath before he answers.
But that's never the case.
One of the things I think that I appreciate most about you, Terry, is that we do throw you a lot of curveballs, and oftentimes we ask you questions or put you in situations where you're like, I've never really done this before. But in no time at all, you've figured out the answers, you've asked the right people the right questions, and you come back and you tell us what we need.
In the real estate business, if you don't learn to roll with it, you might as well not get in this business. And every client is unpredictable. So you just never know, even after you've been working with people, for a long time. So
we hired you as our realtor, but in the last 5 years we've known you, we've come to know you as a friend, and we just enjoy spending time with you.
It's feelings mutual. Well, thanks for joining us today and sharing your story. It's always great being with you.